My name's Daniel. I'm making a video every day until Cleetus invites me to the Freedom Factory. On this episode, we're gonna fire this thing up. Welcome back, everybody. In the last episode, I wired this thing up, so it should in theory start, but we're having a little trouble with the starter. I think it needs shims under it. That's what I'm assuming. That's something you do sometimes on a Chevy. So I did pick up some shims. Thank you, Dorman, a Pennsylvania company. They had some shims in stock, and I'm gonna put them under the starter and see if that fixes our problem. All right, I put the thickest shim in there. I don't have a carburetor on here, so we're just seeing if it cranks over decent. And then if it does, we'll bolt the carburetor on. So let me hit it and just see what happens. So fortunately the Bendix is out right now. I can't manually get in there and move it because it's a factory starter, but it looks like there's a little too much gap. So I think I'm gonna go and put the smallest shim in here. I don't think the shim's the issue at the moment. I think we have enough clearance. It's just, it seems like the battery's not working right. I did take this battery out of my truck because it was a little bit slower to crank. It wasn't awful, it still started, it just was a little slow one day, and I said, oh, it's been 4 years, let's just take it out and put a new one. But, I mean, it has held really good voltage too. Like, it seems like it's fine when you voltage test it. I don't have a load tester, but maybe there's a dead cell in here or something that's really dragging it down. Maybe the cold crank amps are really low. So maybe we'll take the one out of my truck just to get this thing to start. We'll see. So I put the carburetor back on just in case the engine plate was sealing the engine so much that it couldn't turn over. I doubt that was the problem, but I figured why not? Give it the best chance it can. I also adjusted with the starter a little bit. The Bendix was stuck out for a little while, so I was able to kind of look at it and actually see what it was doing. I got that dialed in, and then fortunately the Bendix pulled back in, so I don't think it's bad or anything. It just happened to get stuck out. So let's try and crank this thing over. I didn't put any gas in the carburetor yet, so it probably shouldn't start. There could be some gas still in there, but don't expect it to start. We just want to see if it turns over. All right, so I think there's something wrong with this battery. I'm gonna either get the one out of my truck or a jumper cable from the truck to here or something, eliminating this battery, because it doesn't seem right. So we're gonna try that, and then it'll probably crank over fine. So we are also fighting the starter cocking sideways. That's not helping anything, but I don't know if that's necessarily a problem overall. That might be fine. I'm gonna try cleaning all the connections. I did clean them briefly when I was putting everything together, but I didn't give them a nice deep clean. I'm gonna make sure everything has a good connection. That way we don't have any issues there. That could 100% be our problem as well. So I'm gonna start there. When I ran it on the engine stand, everything was just like totally hacked together to just get it to turn over. Nothing was permanent. So I may have also been fighting the same issue on the engine stand. I didn't do anything outstanding. It just turned over and I got it running, and I said, that's good enough. So let's clean everything and see if that helps. All right, I cleaned all the connections pretty much everywhere. I don't even have this thing on the battery charger. Let's just hit it and see what happens. I probably need to plug it into the battery charger. Okay, so the Bendix isn't going out all the way, but it sounds a lot stronger. It cranked over for a second. So we might be on the right path. So I think we figured out some of the problem. I think cleaning the connections, I think that gave us the power we needed. But now it seems like the starter is jumping off and just the tips of the teeth are grinding. I actually don't have any shims in here anymore. So I think either I have the wrong bolts and it's pushed out more, so I might have to push it in and tighten it or something. Or maybe I need shims on the bolts. I'm gonna figure that out and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so most of the time when I replace a starter on a small block Chevy, I take the bolts out, put a new one in, put the bolts back in. I never change the bolts or anything like that because they're already the right ones typically. I'm reading that people are saying the knurling is actually helping center it. I don't know if the knurling's really helping center it, but it looks like the shank may come down further than what I have, and that might be helping center it. So I'm gonna pop the bolts out, take a look at what I have. I know I'm pretty sure they're not actual starter bolts, they're just the right length. So that could in fact be a lot of my problem. So I'm gonna look at that first. There is some other things it could be, but they're kind of unlikely. So I'm gonna go here first, the most likely culprit. All right, I think I might have it. I put washers on both of the bolts to help also like stabilize it better. That's my theory anyway. And one of the bolts I replaced with another one that was newer. It seemed like the threads were fine on it, but the newer one really felt like it got tighter. So I think that's also helping out. So now it seems like it's gonna work. I think we're ready to start her up. All right, we're ready to start it up on the go-kart chassis for the first time. Hell yeah! I am pumped we got this thing running on here. It is so cool to rev it up and see the front lift up a little bit. I think that's just kind of menacing and crazy. It's just awesome. It seems like the mounts are super solid and everything. It's all working out great so far. I don't know what all the trouble was with the starter, but sometimes that's how projects go. I'm sure you guys have encountered similar things on your projects, and it's just a bunch of dumb stuff and it just throws you for a loop. So you just keep at it and eventually you figure it out. That's what I did, and it seems to be working good now. This engine's never turned over that good so far, so it's awesome now. I'm really happy about that. We got loads more we can do on this thing. I'm excited to work on it more, but that was what I wanted to accomplish in this episode. So tune in tomorrow. I'm making an episode every single day, working on this thing, busting my butt, trying to grow the channel. So please like, comment, and subscribe so I can continue working on this project and start driving it soon.